September 29, 1982, the day an ordinary headache became a sudden, lethal terror across the Chicago metropolitan area. 7 people would die within a week, not from disease, but from one of the most chilling acts of domestic terrorism the United States had ever seen. It started with 12-year-old Mary Kellerman of Elk Grove Village, Illinois. She woke up with a cold and a sore throat. Her parents gave her what millions of American families had in their medicine cabinets, extra-strength Tylenol. Within hours, Mary was gone. Initial thoughts were that it was a stroke or an aneurysm. But just miles away, 27-year-old postal worker Adam Janus was found dead. And later that day, his brother and sister-in-law Stanley and Teresa Janus died after taking capsules from the same bottle. The horrifying realization soon dawned. The poison wasn't the body's reaction. The poison was inside the medicine. The common denominator was extra-strength Tylenol capsules. Forensic tests revealed that the capsules had been meticulously opened, emptied of acetaminophen, and then refilled with a fatal dose of potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide is so potent that just a few grains are enough to kill an adult. The killer had targeted random bottles in random stores, including Jewel, Osco Drug, and Dominic's Finer Foods, creating a widespread, undetectable threat. The panic was immediate and national. Johnson & Johnson, Tylenol's parent company, ordered an unprecedented nationwide recall of 31 million bottles valued at over $100 million. Authorities drove through neighborhoods broadcasting warnings over loudspeakers. Doctors and hospitals issued urgent public service announcements. The instructions were simple: stop taking Tylenol immediately. This was the birth of product tampering as we know it. Before 1982, there was no standard for tamper-proof packaging. The Tylenol killer didn't just take 7 lives. They shattered the fundamental trust consumers had in the products they bought. The FBI and local police launched a massive investigation, but the sheer randomness of the crime made it nearly impossible to solve. However, a major break came quickly in the form of a bizarre extortion attempt. Days after the murders, a man named James William Lewis sent an anonymous letter to Johnson & Johnson, demanding $1 million to stop the poisoning. Lewis, a tax accountant with a history of fraud and manipulation, was tracked down in New York City and arrested. While Lewis was convicted and served over 12 years in prison for extortion, authorities could never conclusively link him to the murders. They found no physical evidence, no cyanide residue, and no clear proof he was in the Chicago area when the tamperings occurred. The mystery remains. Did Lewis, a known manipulator, see the tragedy as an opportunity for financial gain, or was he the killer all along? A second, more circumstantial suspect, Roger Arnold, was also investigated. Arnold was a local who made threatening comments about the victims and was obsessed with the case. Police searched his home and found chemicals, but like Lewis, no definitive link to the cyanide itself or the tampered bottles was ever established. Arnold served time on an unrelated weapons charge but was never charged with the Tylenol murders. The official narrative is that the Tylenol murders remain technically unsolved. So, what remains unknown? Investigators are confident the killer acted alone and possessed detailed, perhaps professional-level knowledge of chemistry or pharmaceuticals to perfectly reseal the capsules. The motivation has been hypothesized as a desire for financial gain or a more sinister, generalized anti-corporate rage. What is known as the transformative legacy of this crime. In the immediate aftermath, Congress passed the Federal Anti-Tampering Act in 1983, making it a federal offense to tamper with consumer products. This law mandated the sealed packaging we now take for granted: the foil seals, the plastic wrapping, and the blister packs. Johnson & Johnson's response, prioritizing public safety over profit by conducting the immediate, massive recall, became a legendary case study in ethical corporate crisis management. It saved countless lives, but it could not bring back the 7 original victims. The Tylenol murders were a chilling reminder of the fragility of safety, and the fact that the person who wielded a common pain reliever as a weapon is still walking free. The case file remains open. Was it Lewis? Was it a ghost of corporate revenge? Or was it a total stranger whose act forever changed how we open a bottle of medicine?